So this guy needs no introduction. Also, I've linked in the description below the text reading of Hitler. So if you're more interested in the text reading, you can check it out in the description below. And this photo is from the book How to Know People by Their Hands by Joseph Reynolds. It was published in 1938, so it's free to read, and I'm also linking it in the description below. It's a very interesting book, and it also features more famous hands. So without further ado, let's go into the palm reading. So first of all, I noticed that the Jupiter finger is quite high set. So when it's high set, this shows dictator type qualities, that the person wants to always be in the lead and wants to be a leader. And with that, we also see that the Jupiter mount is extremely developed. It's taking a lot of space. So this shows that this person has the negative qualities of Jupiter, that is being over ambitious, authoritarian, etc. Then we see that the lower Mars area is developed and so is upper Mars. So this lower Mars stands for physical aggression and this stands for mental resistance. So Hitler was also resistant to other people's ideas because he was thrown in jail, but he still like managed to give his own philosophy. He wrote this book Me Kampf, and then he was still adhered to his own philosophy in life. And his creativity is coming from the moon mount, which is also developed. So that also shows where his creativity and writing skills emerge from. And then we see that the headline and lifeline are attached at the start, which show a early cautious nature. And then we see that the headline is a bit straightish and a bit going downwards and ending on the upper Mars area. So when it ends on upper Mars, again, it gives the qualities of the Martian, which is that the person is short in stature, but the person is very aggressive and very mentally astute. And then we see that it's ending in an island. The headline is ending in an island. So this shows that some catastrophe in related to the head, like the person makes a mistake, and so that he pays for that mistake. So which he did, he had to commit suicide. In the end, he paid for his mistake. And then we see that the heartline is islanded, which shows a flirtatious nature. Also shows a bit of strain on the heart, but it's ending under Saturn, which shows that the person is materialistic and cold. But it also has this trident-like formation at the start, which shows that the person gets everything they want in life, which is money, power, and love. He also found true love with the woman who committed suicide alongside him. And then we also see that the sun line is singular and very strong. So this means one singular focus in life. And also the fate line is also very strong. And the fate line starts with a star. So when it starts with a star, it means some fatal, fatalistic life path. So that's what it shows when it starts with a star. And then it also ends with a star. If you see here, it ends with a star. So that also before reaching the full, the Saturn finger, the tip of the Saturn finger, it ends abruptly before that. So that shows an earlier end of life, the fate line. If the lifeline only ends here, it's also ending in the cross. So also, sorry, the fate line is starting with a cross, not a star. But if you see the lifeline, it's ending in the cross. So that means that some uh, uh, negative ending to the life, and that too, it's ending before reaching the rest section. So an abrupt ending to life. He ended his life on 56, and if we count here, it's like about 55 to 60 the lifeline shown by the lifeline. So I've also noticed in the hands of many people who die sudden deaths either by murder or by suicide or by accident, they have the lifeline and fate line both ending before reaching the usual ending points of their termination. So this, when both are combined, this shows that the person would be ending their life suddenly, or that they would get murdered or die by an accident. This is usually when the fate line and lifeline end abruptly. This is also shown in the hands of the Pakistani social media star Kandil Baloch. Her both fate lines and lifeline were ending early, and I think also on the hand of Martin Luther King Jr. So he was also murdered. So we can see that murder, suicide, and accident are shown when the fate line and lifeline end abruptly. So even the lifeline is ending abruptly here and ending in a cross formation here. So both signs point to sudden death. Actually, I would say three signs because the headline is also ending on an island formation. And then we also look at the other signs. We see that the thumb is of an average length, not too long, not too short. And then we also see a phoenix eye here, so it shows Hitler's interest in the cult and astrology. As we know, the Nazi party was affiliated with the cult and the astrology. They hired astrologers during World War II. And then we also see that the fingertips are pointed. So this shows an extremely idealistic person, a person who is like my way or the highway type of person. So overall, Hitler's hands are also on the shorter side, short fingers, short palms. So this shows a fire hand, a person who's very fiery, a person who might like become angry on the little occasions. So there's a lot of aggression, anger, pent up issues, and all signs point towards negativity. So it's no surprise that he ended up the negative figure that he is. But he suffered from his mistakes, which is shown by the island ending headline, the fate line ending with a star, and the lifeline ending with a cross. So he paid for his mistakes. So overall, a very aggressive hand. So this is all for Hitler's hand. You can also check out the text reading in the description below, and also the book by Joseph Reynolds, which where this picture is from. That is also in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and don't please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Goodbye.